They can get a man advantage that way. Neff spots out Zelsis. Everyone from B rotating off. Do they expect this long?
They're gonna crunch him.
Well, they certainly do now. He has to convert. Neff finding the advantage for Bilibili as the rest of the team pivot back towards this B side, and it looks like he wants to go for more. What a shot!
Out of nowhere comes Neff. Heads are rolling. The IGL from Bilibili making an early statement.
30 seconds left.
Nice little pivot back here from...
That is a cheeky plant too for mid under tube. You don't see that often, and Narrate was already even tagged up by that additional damage.
Going to be set up now as Sen will have a chance to fight for this.
Looks like YZ wants to go hunting, playing up top, unexpected position.
Takes a bit of damage, drops on down, but the rest of Sentinels are considering throwing themselves at the situation. Knight from Yellow spray through that Viper wall. His double controller can be very oppressive to play against, and YZ finds a time to get back in. Knight cleans off Narrate, trying to control from Crow's Nest. And Zekin and John. Yeah, not long for this one. Great little shock dart that catches the KO out, and Zekin has not got much to do. So Sam do fork over 5 ult orbs.
Weak weapons into that bonus. Look at the amount of rifles they recovered. Look at their economy already. 4 players at 5K or so.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work for Sen to try and keep a lid on this, and again it's Narrate embroiled in an early engagement. YZ doubles down. Take a pitched engagement here after the plant.
It is dangerous. Their harbor is down, so they don't have that additional high tide to actually obscure the view from these angles. And Second takes full advantage of that.
Additions around the B side. Zelsis, though, does get a spot. That 0 point was pretty helpful. Does he drop down and take a fight? He's looking for a gun barrel. Sees it on the right, but Neff's too quick with the left side swing. John will flash himself out here. Zekin had to take that yellow fight, and John succeeds. It's all on YZ now. A great start to the round, but he can't quite land the plane. Retake. A very flash-heavy composition. First, it's a bit of information. Thrash is going to go ahead, see what he can spot out. Rushia's on top of 410, and he'll be brought down by Bang. He's been very snappy in these rounds. Night falls by the wayside. Now it's Neff and Levius who have to play from a long distance. Neff IGL all on his own, and that is stunning. It's up to Zelsis and John to bring him down, but John's on the defuse, still gets the job done. Ironclad nerds to keep the stick. Okay. Here's the null command. Rushia has to respect the fragment, stepping to the side of it now, still occupying his pit, but takes a big hit down to 30. It's dangerous, but Rushia thrives in these circumstances, and the spray is good. 2 for the harbor. Levius now playing from Crow's Nest, sees John on the low ground, but all these ultimates, it's just too much to handle. Often pivoting away from a bomb site once they gain enough info. Now we're headed over towards the B direction, and as always, Neff trying to play through me, but this time John is ready. Playing from Boiler.
Oh, Zekin just unaware of what's going on, and Zelsis tries to swing in for him. They end up going 2 for 2. Isn't exactly planted for him, so he's going to have to pick up the pace and get really deep towards that site.
Wow, up on top of 2, but he's made a bunch of noise, and Bang is ready for him. Never change, YZ.
Found them.
2 players over here towards Yellow. That's what BLG are working with in this post plant. John is readying a pop off this flash. Rushia moves in. Oh my goodness, again! That is ungodly from Rushia! In the mosh pit, not a care in the world. All right, what is this?
Split right now, the rare A split.
Okay, we've got some pressure coming from main at the same time as well. Narrate has fallen on the side. John getting a little bit nervous, but he's going to spray him anyway. Oh, it's a 3-piece for the Moroccan mastermind. And he knows there are players on the side for Bilibili. Bites his time. Gets Second up by rafters to take the fight, but Levius beats him to the punch and through the smoke, apparently. Levius deals with John.
You should run.
Numbers are even now, and both teams go for these lockdowns simultaneously. A Venn diagram of disaster in the middle as Zelsis waits on them to come on out and give him a fight. We saw him rip a shot on towards Crow's Nest a couple rounds back. This time a little bit more patient. Levius in position for a wrap. Sen surely. Oh, they've got a turret watching the timing, but it doesn't seem to matter because they're fighting over the B. It's favoring this Chinese squad. It is Russia dominating Yellow again and again. Zekin. Got to be joining the team now.
KK now wants to get in a cheeky position to even things up, but he's triple swung. Sentinels so prepared for that. Probably expecting YZ to be up there, to be frank, but they'll be happy to get that kill regardless.
Through the high tide, expect multi-swings on YZ. He's got to get out. Cloudburst away with the paranoia and effect. Russia, though, again, surely not. He backs up. Takes John QT out of the game and then falls back to a more safe position. He gets a second. How is he getting away with this? Levius and YZ now have to fight for this in a short-handed situation. He's on the spike location and in the middle of the dark cover. He dispatches Narrate. Now, though, overwhelmed. Zekin and Zelsis to the rescue. Levius sees one of them, but he can't stop Zelsis. A great round.
was out in the open. Just watching Rebel Recon gonna go through today. Attempt to swing onto pressure coming both sides of the map.
And, well, gets swung on. K9's the one that precipitates that action. He is very exposed in that spot. Here's Russia. He also pretty exposed and on his own.
Fellas, we're getting a little bit too silly with these peaks right now. Sen are exploiting that overextension and aggression from the defenders. Now Levius wants to get in a decent position. He's go for the one. I love the way he's playing this performance. It's sick.
That is raw sauce. And there is Nef to come to the rescue. That could have gone awfully wrong for BLG. What a tale of two teams in that round. Zelsis hasn't been able to be effective in his position outside of just radioing back some of this information.
Look at that second. Puts a dark cover on the turret so he can get by undetected.
Levius is taken down here. Second, playing from yellow. Knight has to step up here. Sen got 3 guns in the game still. K-Knight needs to find a way to extract them. Maybe take Bang first. That is a big ass, and Zelsis finally activates.
He's in the action.
Forced on her way.
Seconds left.
Narrate's looking to try and get up a plant.
They're really trying to delay with these mollies, and in fact, if time gets low enough, they might want to use this Reckoning if they can stop the Wingman.
They didn't. Wingman gets the plant down, and John and Bang get to work. Oh, buddy, blink and you miss it. Bilibili try and interrupt the plant midway through, swing that wall, but Neff in a backstab position, but he's spotted out by the turret and actually has to call a cancel on that. Narrate's in the side. Here comes a Viper's Pit now from Sentinels to shore things up. K-Knight swings out. John, man, he's been solid. Finds his one. Rushi, though, has been very, very dangerous in situations not unlike this one. Zelsis knew this was coming. The turret got broken about 10-15 seconds ago, and he knew Narrate's okay. Gets in there and interrupts Rushia. And now Levius, credited with that first kill of the round on Zekin. This is just too much to expect from him. And Narrate steps up to clean him out.
Front sight. Doesn't get the ping on the YZ, but certainly no one should be able to convert on that. He's way too far back.
I think they're going to try and fight this anyway.
Wing for it.
He's recovered. Yeah, ships in the night. They pass through the dark cover on either side of each other. Zekin has gotten deep, but YZ has a chance to pop out here, and Zelsis is not ready for it. There's a gap in the net. Zekin, though, himself is the cat amongst the pigeons. Tries to get away. The Reckoning deployed. And BLG able to catch him out, himself like some of his contemporaries did in this situation earlier this map.
30 seconds left.
Paranoia comes in, YZ unaffected though, is going to be tucked here by the box, but Zekin knows where to dig him out, but here come the reinforcements.
The spike is so far forward.
It is out in the open. Zekin has to help John retrieve, and they're going to come forward. Playing from Crow's Nest now, it's Zekin in a 1 versus 3. And Roshi is too quick for him. 3 for the Harbor.
Going to be tough for Bilibili to get back in. They do have a cove maybe to get a safe defuse. They're hoping to use it there. Yep, it's going to be activated.
Paranoia throwing out Zekin, just a little too slow to the punch. Narrate tucked in the corner. He knows he's going to be overwhelmed, and YZ wants to push up into the rest of the defenders. The high tide comes down, and so does the curtain on this first map for Sentinels. The dragon stirs, and Bilibili are eyeing off that playoff spot.
Roster, that was still YZ, K-Knight. They know what it takes to get to that position in the bracket to make it to those playoffs. Neff catches a beautiful timing while the rest of the players swing from mid for the distraction. Use it with
Shock dart, that's dangerous. Definitely threatening to someone like Zelsis. Neff gonna swing out there, taken down. K-Knight is quite low as his Levius. We're in a post plant though, so Sen just have to throw themselves at this, and YZ will wait for them. Relay bolt to pave the way, and then he slides. Easy as you like. Forget about buying a valve.
Look at this fast pivot though from Bilibili. They are right into mid. And all of a sudden there's so much pressure on Zelsis. Oh, Borussia caught on the teleport. What a snap from John.
Tidy stuff. And so the round ends as quickly as it began. He's looking for more. All of BLG are going to be here. Does Zekin have a way of getting out scot-free? Now wants to hang around, lingers for one, relay bolt. He wants more, but Rushi's got the other side covered. He's fortunate to get out. Fast lane deployed. Zekin's out of dodge, but Bilibili want to keep the pressure on. Boy, he just doubles back and says, you know, I think I'll take some more. And there's John, up to 8 kills for those keeping track. And Rushia, cowering in the smoke. Spike loose and in front of main. He's tucked on the corner now, at least in the position to punish John, so he does. Narrate, though, will put him to bed.
For that really obnoxious tuck close right angle. So as far as Sen know, you know, Bilibili could be postured all the way up towards A right now. Second, and Zelsis able to collect 2 in this mid fight.
Trapwire cleared camera also out of the picture. He realizes there might be multiple guns waiting for him in Boba, and here comes the Rolling Thunder. Sen, watch the sight right behind him. Zekin's there with the overdrive too, and
extend the man advantage of this round. They certainly should expect that YZ could be postured in spawn right now. Russia caught with the utility in hand.
Slip past YZ, he just wasn't ready for that. Russia had no advance notice whatsoever. Fast lane thrown up here, paranoia in effect, and YZ's going to wrap around, try and play from Ali. Hit with a fault line. Sen know where he's coming from no matter what, and Bang will simply try and defuse. John QT brought to heal, but YZ couldn't do much more. Second says, hey, Gabagool, welcome to Jersey, baby. Sen are pinging this alley area heavily. They're trying to overwhelm in. Russia on the side, sees, thrown out. Here's YZ, and there he goes.
Oh, just too many players.
Sen playing around him. Really needed to overload him player-wise to win that out. Here comes the Hunter Skiri, though, from elbow, but Second got near to the side. Knight, he's got to be under some pressure. Napier sat on the other side of the dark cover. Will spam if he needs to, but does he know when the rate is? There's the spray. Gets it to half, that ought to be enough. Shock dart comes in, too little, too late. K-Knight unable to avert the round win.
As far as Nere being the lone man on site at the moment, YZ doesn't connect the relay bolt, but he's going to get it out the way.
Does he know John's there as well? It's actually 2 plays in the set. Oh, that is dirty. Zelsis, though, on the side. Large and in charge. Deals with the Neon. John went down, but Nare's still alive. They're over towards Ali side, but Rushi, I think early in the round at 10 health, are still able to cause some problems, making waves, and it's on the Vibes Merchant himself. Celsius knows 3 players are looking for him. Levius will be the one credited with the elim.
It's just going to give so much delay. It's going to reduce the clock by such a significant extent. Here comes the util. Now the retake can come in.
Decken gets into the side immediately. Across the Sneffel with the Stingers able to fight him up close, but YZ looking for the Neon. Gets out on the side. It's 2 with the Stinger for Second. Now BLG down to just Levius. And he can't see this tap on the spike. Flash there for John to set up a 3rd kill. Give another option for Bilibili. John is biding his time. He's got just the answer for this. And here's Bilibili, maladroitly touching down. Bang got dealt with. Rushia's in a bit of a nasty spot, but Celsius just clears him out. YZ slides back into action now. And there's some presence here from Ali. John's going to get pressured. Flash himself on the angle. YZ tries to turn it. No swing just yet. Takes 2, tries it again. This time, Sen have the answer. A 7-round defense side. Zekin and Celsius both low. But still in the game. Nice little paranoia there. Flash util also disrupting BLG as they try and set up from Link. They're going to push the site now. Through the smoke. Bang, tucked in the corner. Everybody comes to him, served up on the silver platter. YZ is lingering close to top mid. But do they know that he's
30
this
seconds
close?
left.
Oh, the timing. You can't manufacture that. Narrate's able to respond. That's the 2nd kill for his Stinger in this round. This bonus from Sen so far has been smooth sailing.
He just can't help but want to go for more. Rusha's going to get forced a little bit out in the open here. Time is getting so low, but he is shot down. 1 versus 1.
That kill, that's the one that might break the back of BLG. In this round, in this map even. It's like a fault line connected onto K-Knight in Link. So send our knowers.
Last player.
Yeah, they deal with it. What a clean round this has been, and then an opportunity to recover these rifles. Tension really building. They know BLG are on the precipice here. They just need to give them a little push. Nair flashes himself out. Fault line was going to come from him anyway. And why is he tries to swing off it? The fault line caught Neon. They're leaving.
There are 15 seconds left. John is taking the spike all the way through spawn. Can he get?
So much.
Oh, okay. Rushi sees this. He knows they're going to get ahead of this.
One
oh
yes.
my God, this timing is
just in dismay, has to drag himself onto the site and face the music. The Sentinels, it's a cacophony of cheers.
I can't believe he knew that time.
With nicely, Levius not in a position to play off of it. And now Sen, simmer. As things start to come to a boil, a swing of this smoke now. See Zek can break the crosshair placement and deal with Levius. Sen had the numbers overwhelming that sole defender of the site. And YZ, all-star YZ has to salvage. That's a good start. Russia down, no big damage done. And Noisy eventually will be dealt with. Electrifying play from Second and a 4-piece to secure the equalizer map. Sentinels are far from done. That was not the story for Sentinels on Sunset, not by any stretch. All right, here Prowler on the corner. Zekin plays off of it stunningly. That's Knight down. Sees to follow up with the nade. Already, though, BLG have pulled the plug on that big foray into tree, though Nev is unsupported.
The shear is about to be activated. Double push past it. They want to fight these players. Nade is going to do some damage. Swing out from Levius. Can
was the spike.
Oh,
he just headbutts that bullet. Narrate's handing out free haircuts. Down position, and Zekin's inching forward. Here comes a hit. Razorvine comes out, going to be avoided by Wisey. Extreme low. Wisey! It's not a molly, but close enough. John down though. Rush is having to deal with him with that classic, and Levius has got some sharp shooting here. What is this? Dominating
What is
Sentinels on
happening?
that B side. He's him come.
And even at that, he gets the dink onto him, double face. Zelsis, there's no hope.
Okay, well, welcome to the show. Everything's made up. The points don't matter. It's a MasterCard Thrifty in the second round for Bilibili.
Players in Baby Door right now. Things could get awkward. Sen can dump so much utility on them right now.
They do. Rushia near side and second with one. The paltry point of health is able to get his, and Narrate found a double. Levius is squeezed up on the side. Rushia is still there, trying to crouch, trying to hide away, trying to live. Instead of having none of it.
Scale off of their own ultimate.
It has definitely slowed Sentinels down. Not confident, of course, without their primaries to push him, but Zekin doesn't need it. Oh, that's awkward. He'll take Rushia with him at the very least. Odds are evened. John steps up. 2 players here out of Waterfall for Sentinels, and they see the shoulder of Night. The double high-low stack, though, is tough for them to break. John knows Neff is around the corner, and he doesn't have the health to withstand an engagement. Zelsis has his own steel guard now. Could be pretty effective here. Push comes to shove at the big side of TP forward from Rushia. Already gets himself there. Zelsis waits. Spike loose. Oh, that's a desperate scenario here for BLG, but why is he popping himself up? What an upshot. Narrate peers on him, but Levius is able to find the trade. And again, it is down to John. John in a 1 versus 2.
So much at stake. Time has dwindled so much due to this heaven rotate.
John's not going to see much here. He has a snake bite, and Rushi just opted for a timing.
Get back in, entrenching the site, anchoring positions now that they're doubled up. They have the read on the situation. Obviously, Bilibili making a lot of noise. They want to execute Center, getting over here. Narrate, no one to trade onto him. Finds the advantage for Sen.
And that was all before a Nightfall came down. Sentinels take the risk of being susceptible to that in order to have a player posted forward.
This madman push with the AWP in the waterfall.
Has he heard this? No, there's a player making noise behind
No
him.
way!
Okay, rewarded and not punished as 2 players from Sentinels quickly try and spring to attention. Back the side, it's unclear if we got any information about where Wisey is set up. Okay, the Nightfall, but lately from Bilibili. Look at how decayed they are! It's easy!
Player standing.
Able to spray 2 of them down. Narrate has to challenge Wisey here. Blast pack to try and disrupt. Shorty in hand, he knows exactly where his assailant would come from, and Wisey!
Second here, Narrate wants to get back sight again, assist John when the pressure is coming in, when he's blinded up by the paranoia.
It expires quickly enough, and Wisey's brought down by Narrate. He's watching it from that high ground. John gets absolutely saved.
There should not be any way.
Sick round from Narrate. Wyatt, he was the standout for Sentinels in their last game.
Left.
Won't be able to do more than 3 here, but should be enough. Okay, all of a sudden, John brought down. Viper's Peak going to be deployed by Neff, but he still needs to plant Steel Garden. But he has a shorty inside the pit. Not the worst scenario for him. And he'll wait this out, maybe look for a timing to swing out of the wall, and he's found bang! Zelsis!
Oh my god!
Quells what would have been a ridiculous uprising. Sentinels though don't really follow up on the Nightfall instantly. Simply choose to get in position.
Yeah, cut off by some of those mollies, the thorns on the ground. Nate going to do some
K9.
damage tonight, and it actually nets the kill.
Decker now with the showstopper. Stopped in his tracks. Wisey with an op shot now. He's in the thick of things. In the heart of the maelstrom, Wisey wants to push up, and with this op. Oh, are you kidding me? Devastating impact from Wisey. Almost an ace for him, but Zelsis is able to interfere.
He gets the damage through the wall. Zelsis down to 10.
But it is enough.
Wisely now just 1 orb away from getting the showstopper.
Zelsis here operates of his own util. That's Levius down. Oh, this boy! He's mad! Zelsis got the dog inside him.
Remaining. Spike down.
Takes 3 just as BLG hoping to swoop in.
Tracked while everyone else will collapse onto him. They have plenty of options here.
Bang there's having to deal with him in the end. So all things considered.
Weak though, backside, going to be challenging to anchor against the Horde.
This is pretty quick moves though from Sentinels up onto the A side. No upper presence yet for the defenders, and Neff gives as good as he gets.
He'll take 1 for 1 with that low HP.
K9 now straight to drop. Here comes that attack side Viper ball now. It's a little bit annoying. Wisey can't see past it. K9 might need to be activated to disrupt a potential plant. So the paint shells had the intended effect.
Some players getting weak.
K9 flank! Right-click City!
Last player standing.
And they are both very low, below 60.
30 seconds
Zelsis
left.
with the sheriff, but K9 thought he had him. Zaddy is home. And he might get something from oh, buddy. Nefto doesn't overcommit. Narrate doubles back to the angle and will handle the interloper.
Oh.
If only just.
The right click almost got him.
Spam here, Zekin says, okay, there's something to be had here, and he's right. 3 kills with the Stinger. Only Levius to survive, only to perish to the blast. And now,
Guys get cut off by a sheer wall. Rusha's ready with the paranoia. This could get dangerous. They're ready to anchor BLG.
Zekin bounds on in, Rushia down, tries to play it safe, getting over towards the site. But Levis is good for 2. Narrate's going to be stuck here, Decayed down. His position, known and noted. K9 and Levis in no hurry, as John can't even get into the site with the spike in hand. An easy cleanup and a great use of the Nightfall there.
Beating for a while, and the Steel Garden ensures that. Billy having to go for the full retake. Zekin is posted up so close.
Sees the Prowler now, they know, and they make use of that information to get rid of Zekin, but John is there to find the trade. Nightfall for the attack side now, and Knight doesn't know what's coming. Neff with a wrap from Drop. John finds his 3rd for the round, and YC's op is not the ideal tool for this job. Sentinels, here to trigger it, they've got to go B.
Not even very much damage actually done. We are down to 20 seconds right now. Zekin satchling in, a couple players on defense. Rusha gets the first of the spam through. John was just so weak.
And there's not much more to gain from this now. Zelsis heading over towards the seaside, but that shield wall's going to get come up either way, and Neff will be waiting. Narrate steps up, and this is tit-for-tat stuff, round for round. Sen and Bilibili done nothing about that sheer wall at sea, which has been more than a small nuisance for Sen.
And there are still 2 anchors there, out in the open. That has to be traded.
The opening of the door is so big for Bang. He paves the way for a firing line of Sentinels to look at the seaside defenders. Now they've gotten in once again with a 2-player advantage. YC might have to entry this with a showstopper, but Zekin is waiting for him to make his way out of that B connector. And he's ready for K9 as well. Bring me another, he says, and YC acquiesces. An easy pick-off once more for the Rays. Shot through the box, he needs to see over this wall and can't quite, so that's tree access now gained by Sentinels. Rushi though is ready. Pure stopping power. This time it's a Guardian shot to John QT's cranium. 12 seconds left. Sentinels have to go. Zekin getting sprayed down, but is able to find Rushia. Why is he trying to disrupt with the blast pack, but gets caught out. Knight deals with Narrate. Zekin and Zelsis back to back for the series.
Steel Garden should be connecting onto both though. Zelsis on the run. Zekin just has the shorty trying to play back sight, but the showstopper as well. He got that with the spike going down.
Zelsis is going to be jumped on in tree. He's got nowhere to go. Primaries are available again. Back to back. Zekin and Zelsis put Neff in a solo situation. Signed, sealed, delivered. Sen City are back in a Masters playoffs.